The first thing that you're really learning is fundamentals of flight, what makes it go up, what makes it go down, what makes it go forward and slow down. Four main forces: lift, thrust, drag, weight, and how they act on the airplane. And the first thing you do when you go out on your first lesson is you do a pre-flight. You actually walk around the airplane, talk about all the different parts. Well, this is the propeller, this is the wing, these are the ailerons, this is the rudder, what do they do, why are they there, and what to look for to make sure that they're operating properly before you get in the airplane and take it flying. Well, basically all of your training, the majority of your instructing, and the flight time that you build before you get to an airline, by today's standards, if you're not going to do the military route, is going to be in small airplanes. It's either going to be in a single engine four-seater, and then eventually you'll get into a multi-engine four-seater, maybe a little bigger than that. And instructing, you'll just switch seats and now you'll be presenting the instruction rather than receiving it. As far as the actual logging of flight time goes, all the hours you're instructing, you're logging as your personal experience. Well, you're not manipulating the controls, you're actually learning a lot by watching your students make mistakes, maybe some that you haven't made in the past, so you can see, all right, well, that's something that I don't want to do again. So the flight time itself is logged just the same as if you were flying the airplane when you're instructing. In general, there's a few different entry-level licenses you can get, but the most common one is called a private pilot certificate. It requires 40 hours of experience with the flight instructor, several hours of solo flying and meeting certain requirements, like flying across country from one point to another, 50 miles away, stuff like that. And it basically includes all the basic skills: flying the airplane up and down, doing some basic maneuvers, steep turns, making a turn in the air with a steep back angle, slow flight, flying the airplane at a slow airspeed so you know how it reacts when it's slow, getting ready for approach and landing, and recovering from stalls as well. Takeoffs and landings, you obviously have to be pretty good at if you're going to fly an airplane by yourself, including different types. Short field takeoff from a short runway, or soft field takeoff from a grass or unimproved runway. It's also included in the private pilot's license. And that basically gives you the rights and abilities to fly an airplane when the sky's clear and carry passengers, but not for hire. You can't make money off of it. Well, definitely now, after being an airline pilot for a while and seeing that aspect of flying, my love for actual flying is more than it was before. I've had several experiences flying small airplanes to big air shows like Oshkosh from the East Coast, going on long trips, going down to the Bahamas, and flying seaplanes in Alaska that were less conducive to making money, but they were definitely more fun and I enjoyed more. Looking at the future, I probably wouldn't want to do the commercial aviation anymore. I would go back to having a job that I enjoy that makes enough revenue to support my flying habit and go fly small airplanes. Personally, being a bush pilot in Alaska is something that appeals to me. It takes a high skill set. It's always different. The scenery is beautiful. It's challenging, but it's actual hand flying, no autopilots, and a lot more interesting than the day-to-day life of an airline pilot as far as the flying goes.